Hello folks, Luke Simons with you. Back to the Basics 101. Today we are going to do a shingle repair. We have shingles that just blew off. The insurance adjuster came and nailed these back down. And we are going to remove them and replace them. This will save you hundreds of dollars. This here is called a Wonder Bar. It's one of the tools that you will need. A flat bar is different than a Wonder Bar. It takes all the work out of it. You can use a Wonder Bar, but this is the superior tool. You can order these off Amazon, Menards. A lot of your local hardware stores will have them. You can see the advantage of having that little Wonder Bar in it. It's a little longer than a regular flat bar. Superb, superb tool that you will be very, very tickled pink with. Now what we have here is this shingle is stuck in here. So what we do is you take your flat bar and just break the seal off of it, because what is sealed of it is stuck in there pretty good. So at that point, we're going to pull what we can out, and you'll see there's still some under here. It always makes it tricky when you're working under the ridge cap. This kind of hogwash, we're going to take that out. We're going to replace it with a new one. Now the reason these shingles are blowing up is one, they're a cheap shingle, and two, the nail line is right here on this white line. I don't know if you can see that or not, this white line. They nailed right above the white line. So they just blow up. They just blow up in the wind because they're not put on correctly, and they are a cheap shingle. Now not all of this shingle is actually wrecked. This part is damaged. So we're going to cut a piece to fit right in here and patch it in. At this point you have your shingles that are damaged removed, and we're going to go ahead and put our new shingles in. Now it's not necessarily to have the exact same brand of shingles. They might vary a little bit in coloration, but they'll fade in and do pretty good. For the most part, people understand that they aren't going to be 100% how you want them to be. Now we have two little spots like this, and remember, if this takes you a while, you're getting paid good money. So if it takes you 3 hours, and it took me a lot less than that, you just made 200 bucks. Here's that shingle that we cut out. We're going to patch it in. Just go ahead. There we are. Every once in a while there's going to be a nail up there that's kind of hot, kind of pushing in. So you just put your hand under here and put it above the nail, and you'll see why in just a second we're doing it that way, because we're going to pound those nails back in over the top of our shingles. So there's a nail right here poking up. You can kind of see that. There's a nail poking up here. All this ridge cap is poking up. We'll take care of that. Don't worry about it. There's a nail here. You can see it. It's poking up a little bit. Take your flat bar. Never pound on the shingle. You're going to ruin the granules. So take your flat bar. And you just push that nail down without ruining the top shingle. Now, we're going to do what they call a face nail or a storm nail. We put our last two shingles in. We have our ridge cap lifted up, so it is actually not in heat to anything right now. The nails are way up here, so I usually put my nails in North Dakota here, at least down in here, so they don't catch his butt. But we'll fix that. So you can put a nail in here, but it's hard to do. So we're going to put that storm nail in, and you use a nail like so. A little more decorative. It's a galvanized nail, and here's a regular shingle nail. A little short one, I guess, but we're not going to use those. We're going to use these because they're more decorative. And where you put those, it's important where you put the placement of these. and we will cover them with a little tar at the end. You come along, and these face nails, if I know how to use a hammer correctly, you put them on the tab. You want to put them on the thick part, not the thin part. The thin part they'll rip through a little easier. Now the idea is, of course, once the tar settles, that it's going to be done. You reach under the ridge, you'll find the nail. The nail is right here. So we're going to go ahead and use the same practices we did before. Going to pound them nails down. Now, we had one blow through. If you've seen that, it blew through because I got careless there. So you want to make sure that that flat bar is exactly on the nail head itself. Now I'm going to have to repair that because I accidentally blew through that. As my new shingle comes under an existing shingle, look at here, the seam is right here. See this? My new shingle, my old shingle. That's not acceptable. So what we have to do is we have to cut this back about 5 to 6 inches. So back into here. We're going to cut this back. So otherwise water will come through here and underneath my shingle, which is not acceptable because nails can leak in time. They work themselves up maybe. So we don't want to do that. We have to cut this shingle back. I'll show you more. Now, just come in. Remember, we have our seam here. We're going to come in, cut that complete tab out. And pull it out of there. All right, it's out of there. Let's cut our new one in. And this is going to be good to go. We'll put a nail in. Go ahead and cut your shingle. You know, folks, if I'm actually saving you money, which if you're doing this, you are saving money, I would sure like to know about it in the comments below. And also, by hitting that thumbs up button, you really do help us. Google looks at that and looks at it and puts us to the top of the list if you were. So if you would, go ahead and please do both of those for me, and it just shows you're a good person and you're being thankful. Now, is this easy work? Well, maybe not. Is it worth 200 bucks? Well, to most people it probably is. So get off the duff, get outside, look like a hero to your kids, and look like a hero to your wife, or maybe wives, look like a hero to your husband. Get him off Facebook for a while. Now my ridge cap is not what I want it to be. So I'm going to come in and put a storm nail on every piece of ridge that I have here. So just come in and people go, oh man, that's going to leak. I'm telling you folks, it won't leak. You're absolutely crazy if you think so. It won't leak. The old-time shinglers in high wind areas put storm nails in every shingle they had, and it does not leak. But we will go ahead and put a little tar on it because we don't want the customer to see a flash down from the ground. Not that they probably notice, but I would. So we'll just cover that up with a little tar. So this here is the finished product, other than me having to come along and put just a little dab of tar on each one of these nails. Thank you so much. I hope the video helps. I hope I went in detail enough. A lot of it is self-explanatory. Thanks for watching. Take a minute, be a Christian, be a good person. Give me the thumbs up button if you appreciated it, and if it really helped you and saved you some money, leave me a comment below. That would really, really float my boat, if you will. We have a lot more videos to come, God willing. Homesteading, ranching, fix-its, do it yourselves, hop on board. Thank you. God bless you, and God save the Republic.